A warm welcome to our autumn Totum talks. I'm very pleased today to be joined by Stephen Allen of DLA Piper and Mark Smith of LexisNexis. They've both come along today to share some of their views on what is going on in a very changing and rapidly developing legal sector.
My name is Stephen Allen. I'm the Head of Market Strategies at DLA Piper. My role is international, which means I work with DLA globally, save for the Americas. My role is three-pronged. One is looking at how we position ourselves and how we price our work in the market. There's a lot of work around fixed pricing, right pricing, that sort of thing. The second part of my role is around making the firm more efficient, so process re-engineering the work we do today for clients so we can do that more effectively. And then the third part of the role is more long-term, which is what's our delivery model need to look like in 3 to 5 years' time.
So I'm Mark Smith from LexisNexis, and I'm the Market Development Director for large law firms, which means I am effectively the voice of the market, the voice of the customer within our business, and it's my job to really understand the market and know what's going on, know what our customers need. After I qualified, I practiced as a lawyer for 10 years. I worked in national and city firms and then moved in-house to an American outsourcing company where I looked after their international team. And after that, I did an MBA and moved into the business and then spent some time consulting with law firms and working for a legal process outsourcer before I joined LexisNexis.
How important do you think high caliber business services people are to successful firms going forward?
So for me, absolutely critical. I think as the law firm business model is changing, and we've talked about the fact there's no question it is, it requires different skill sets which are not in the industry as a whole. And you see it very clearly. And interestingly, some in-house teams are starting to take these people in as well. So I think the challenge for the law firms is if you don't get your own house in order, the client will be driving those decisions and making the change for you. So we've really seen a rise of legal department operations, or LDO, starting to come in the bigger in-house teams. And this is exactly the type of skills that law firms are recruiting and need more of, which is around pricing, it's around project management, it's around change management, it's around Lean Six Sigma, it's around unlocking the best in the people. There's all sorts of skills which historically haven't been in the legal profession, which are needed to be successful today. I think the next wave of that you're going to see are people with market strategy, product strategy, innovation type backgrounds, and the type of work that Stephen's doing at DLA.
So look, at the end of the day, I think it all comes down to value. So the first question is the resources we have today, lawyers, what's the most valuable thing they can be doing? And the most valuable thing they can be doing is winning work with clients and delivering that work. They're highly skilled at it, they're trained to do it, they specialise in it, they become more specialised in doing it. As the firm needs to do different things, you need people that are highly competent at doing those different things. So as Mark said, pricing, strategy as a whole, market strategy, the way in which we remunerate our partners, the way in which we deliver value to clients, are going to become increasingly more important. And I think there are going to be careers in the legal profession, law firms or wherever, tomorrow that we can't even imagine will be in there today. So I think it's going to be a growth area. And I actually think increasingly as we look at automation or knowledge transfer as a value premium that clients will be paying for, you'll see that there'll be other people running that who generate the income, and the proportion therefore of these people within an overall organisation will grow.
Cast your mind forward to 2020, maybe 2025. Is there a sort of bit of a nugget you can give us as to what you think will be one of the features of the legal sector at that point?
I'll tell you my dream, and this may never come to pass, but I think that if we can be in a world where you are giving advice on a deal, and you're giving advice clearly about the correct law, you're giving advice about standard market practice around that law, which we're starting to see today, but actually you then can talk about the efficacy of what you're putting in place and give it in a statistical way that the client can make a value judgment. I think that's going to be gold. So being able to say this clause as we've drafted it is not challenged 85% of the time, and of the 15% of the time it is challenged, the challenge is unsuccessful 90% of the time, that allows clients to make a much better and informed decision about, in doing this, what's that going to mean to my bottom line.
Mark?
So for my mind, if I'm looking in 2025, I'm genuinely hoping that we're seeing some really disruptive technology. So I think the change at the moment is evolutionary. It's needed to happen. It's like the profession has been bunged up and it's now starting to move. What I think is coming at some point, and I don't know when it is significant impact of technology. And I think the firms that blend technology with service will be the ones that win. They say about disruptive change, it's always far more disruptive than you imagine, but far slower to arrive than you imagine. So 2025, I would hope by then, technology is starting to make a play, and the sort of predictive analytics that Daniel Katz talks about are here. You know, the type of technology we see with Watson is firmly here, IBM's Watson, in the legal profession, and I think that will fundamentally change the way the law is practiced.
Stephen, Mark, thank you very much.